Look, it's been a morning. It's been a morning. I started my new work from home job last week. So it's my second week up there. I'm just stressed, y'all. I gotta tell you about last night. Like, what's
Am I supposed to be talking right here? Oh.
So I made this video over the course of like a week because it was hard for me to get out. Like, I don't know why. It was just really hard for me to get out. But I made it, and obviously by the time I sat down and actually told y'all the real story of the whole thing, what was going on, yeah, it was lit. I was real lit. That's why it's a lit. Come smoke and talk with me. Okay, now that I've did that little disclaimer, here's the video. Well, y'all know I had been talking to somebody new. Yeah, that's over. That's over. I don't even know where to begin with the story. It's so much. I realized that we were rushing it. Like, she was a rebound for me. And I was actually a rebound for her, too, because she wasn't married, but she was with another girl. And she was actually still with the girl when we started talking, but she didn't tell me about it until the girl was moving out. So I knew when I found that out that this wasn't going to work. So I can't be too shocked. It's just, the shit went so left so fast. Like, so we had already broke up. Yeah, I really don't even think I'm in the space to tell this story yet. Like, I woke up, rolled over, clocked in to work. It's noon now, because when I take my lunch break, I'm on my lunch break. It's noon. And I still haven't gotten up, and I'm really fucking astounded. Like, my feelings hurt a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm more so rebounded back to my ex-wife. I'm more, because I was never supposed to be your bitch anyway. Like, I'm her bitch, and she fumbled me. She fucked up my life, my family. She fucked us up. It was supposed to be me and her forever. Like, it's crazy as fuck. You would think I'm sad about this. I'm not. I knew it was a rebound. I mean, I am upset about it. Don't get me wrong. She's a good person. No, she's a shitty ass person, actually. But she was a cool bitch to hang out with. Shitty ass person. Fuck her. But yeah, instead of dwelling on being upset about how this recent didn't work out, I feel shitty that my marriage didn't work out. And that's real shitty because I am 6 days away from my final divorce hearing. At some point during this, I'm gonna tell y'all the story, obviously, of what happened. I'm just not even there yet. I'm fucked up about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm fucked up about it. I refuse to internalize this shit. These girls will not have me thinking that something is wrong with me. The only thing wrong with me is my picker. I keep picking the wrong ones, because these hoes ain't shit. That's what's wrong with me. Other than that, it's not me. Not one of them will make me feel like it is. I'm not hungry at all, so I'm really just gonna sit here for this lunch, but I gotta come back at some point and tell y'all the story, because let me get my mind right, and I'll be back. I got my court papers back today. I am officially divorced. You know what's crazy? 4 months after my wife left, I started talking to another girl, and we dated for 4 months. And so it's been 8 months. But when I first broke up with the other girl, all I thought about was my wife. And now that I'm officially divorced from my wife, All I can think about is the other girl. I'm seriously gonna find a therapist. There's something wrong inside of me. I realize that it's not, I mean, not saying that these breakups weren't their fault, because both of these breakups were definitely the fault of the other party. You can't prove me otherwise. It was their fault. But the way I feel since then, I definitely need a therapist. I'm seeking professional help ASAP. Okay, y'all, I think I'm ready to tell a story now. All this happened on January 22nd of 2025. It is now February 1st of 2025. What happened with my ex anyway? My ex-girlfriend. So, let's back this up and start from the beginning. Okay, so I got married on June 23rd of 2023. And I thought that was going to be my forever. I thought that was, like we all do. If y'all know, if y'all have ever been married, you think, hey, we're going to, no matter what happens, we're going to make it work, yada, yada. My wife and I got into it. We had an argument. She was at work and I was at work. We were both at work. It was May 7th of 2024. We had an argument, and she decided during that argument that she would leave her job while we were both at work and go back to the house while I wasn't there, get all her stuff and leave. Get all her stuff, trash the fucking house. I mean, trash the fucking house and leave. And she did that. As I said previously, she left and I was single for 4 months. And then on September 19th of 2024, I started talking to this new chick. I called her Trouble. Obviously, that's not her name. That's not what her mama named her. But I call her Trouble. Obviously, I named her Trouble because I knew she was going to be trouble. She came in strong. Like, she came in taking care of shit. Like, I'm going to do, not just buying shit, but just taking charge. I'm a real, when I really like you, I'm like one of those real, I'm submissive as fuck. I want you to tell me what to do and I'm gonna do it. Like, and she came in the perfect way. Like, she came in right. Anyway, and we started talking. Of course, I was still closed off a little. I'm going through a fucking divorce. Like, long story short, let's speed this up. We dated for a while. And everything was cool. I liked her. She liked me. She has kids. She has 2 daughters. And a son. Okay, her son is from a previous situation. She has an older son. Well, he's one of her ex-girlfriend's sons. But she took him on. And I knew that coming in, so I took him on too, and he's a sweet kid, so he was never an issue. The problem was, okay, so we started dating, and when we started when we were just talking, like when I had just met her, it was like maybe 2 weeks into us knowing each other, and she finally told me that her ex was living at her house. She was sleeping on the couch, because her and her ex weren't getting along. The ex was in the bedroom, and the reason that she told me was largely because her ex wasn't taking care of her kids right. She works hard. She works a long hour job, and she said, I work like 13 hours and I come home and I still gotta cook and feed the kids and do this and that, And, that's crazy to me because, even though I'm not a big child person, we gonna show the kids straight regardless, like the kids gonna be good. That's mostly why I don't like him, because I gotta take care of them first and I'm selfish. So I'm like, okay, that's real fucked up. I'm really on your side, because who would do that as a mother? And the woman is a mother. She has kids, she has grandkids. I'm like, oh, okay, I got you. So I come in and I'm coming in strong. Honestly, I'm just being myself. She has daughters. I have a daughter and a son. My daughter will be 21 this year. My son will be 17 this year. She has two daughters. One is 11 and the other is 9. So it's like a start over in a sense for me, I come in with open arms. I love these girls. To right now, to this day, I love these girls. I wish I didn't love them as much as I do, but I do. I love them so much, and I miss them so much. Anyway, the point. There were a lot of little things, little shit it's not pointless, but I don't have enough time. So, unless y'all ask for it, let me just tell you the coup de grace. The coup de grace was, her youngest daughter's birthday was on January 7th. And we had already talked about it. And she was like, I'm not going to do it on the 7th. I'm going to do her party on the 18th. Yada, yada. Okay. So, on the 18th, mind you, she lives an hour away from me. She lives in another city, in another state. Just an hour away, though. And, I'm like, okay, we have been making all these... We've been talking about her party since, November. So, we made all these plans, and when her party came, I'm messaging her, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? What we doing? And she's like, oh, we're not going to do anything yet. Not on her birthday, because I talked to him on her birthday, of course. This was on the 18th, the day that it was supposed to happen. And she's like, oh, there's nothing going on, yada, yada. Before that, let me back up a little bit. On January 12th, she and I broke up. We were arguing. We had been arguing already. We broke up on January 12th. And to be fair, and full disclosure, I broke up with her on January 12th. But I didn't really feel like it was a real breakup. I broke up with her, and I'm like, okay, we'll talk about it later. But I did break up with her. But we were broken up. So I blocked her. And I blocked her for 4 days. That was a Sunday or a Monday. I didn't unblock her until Thursday or Friday. And when I finally talked to her again, she was so upset. That was her big thing. It's been all these days I haven't talked to you. You can't go 4 days without talking to me. We're not together anymore because it's been 4 days. Yada, yada. That was her big deal. 4 days was a huge thing. And I'm not trying to take from that, but 4 days in the huge span of everything. 4 days. Seriously. So, getting back on track after these 4 days were up, I contacted her and we talked and we had a okay conversation. She let me know that she was not okay. She did not like that I was gone for those 4 days. And that she doesn't like how our relationship is headed. And so I told her, I feel the same. I don't like that we've been arguing all this time, yada, yada. So I said, I was at work at the time. So it was a Thursday or Friday. I was still at work. And I was like, I'm going to come out and see you. I want to come see you. I feel like we need to see each other. Because, remind you, this is kind of a long-distance relationship. She lives an hour away. I'm like, I'm going to come see you. And she's like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Come on. And so, I worked my shift. I got off. And when I got off, I drove to her. And when I came, we made it. Mind you, she made a key for me for her house. So I have a key on my key ring for her house. Like, I've picked her kids up from school. Like, I felt like we were in this. Like, we're really in this. But some people really play in your face with the deep shit, and they ain't with this. Anyway, let's keep on track. I got off work. I came to her, and we met at a park in her city. We met at a park. And when we met at the park, we talked. We had a little conversation or whatever, you know. It seemed okay, but it also seemed like it was done. Like, so when we were leaving, I told her, I was like, I think this is it for us. I think we're done. I don't think it's going to go any further. You know, I was really sad about it. She was really sad about it. We both cried a little bit, you know. But we agreed when I left that park that we were done. We were not a couple anymore. Like, we were done. So, my best friend lives in the same city she lives in. So, when I left her, I went to my best friend's house. I'm talking to my best friend, letting my best friend know, of course, what's going on. Of course, my best friend and I had a conversation about this. And, mind you, this was a few days after her birthday party day, which was the 18th. So, my best friend works at IHOP. It's only one IHOP in their city. And there's so many restaurants in their city. And the girl knows that my best friend works at IHOP. Like, why would... Anyway, I'm talking to my best friend about it. And she had already told me. She was like, on the day of, on the 18th, she texted me that morning. And she was like, oh, we sang happy birthday to baby girl this morning, you know. And I had messaged her, and I was like, how? Because I know you ain't at their house. I know they didn't come to your house. How did you sing happy birthday to her? And she messaged me back, and she was like, oh, they came to IHOP. And this was days before, mind you. So, the day of that her and I actually broke up, I finally asked my friend, I was like, who brought her to IHOP? Like, because I know her mama was at work. Like, the girl I was talking to was at work. She couldn't take off. She was at work. So, who brought her to IHOP for her birthday that morning? And my best friend started describing the girl. She was like, she's slim, she dark skinned, she had dreads. I'm like, are they red? She was like, they looked like they was red at one point. I'm like, don't trip, hold on. I'm finna show you, I got a picture. Is it this girl? And I show her a picture of the girl I was talking to's ex. And my best friend, she's so sweet. She's a real sweet person. She's like, I ain't gonna lie, it looked a lot like her, but I can't say for sure that was her. And mind you, we only dated for 4 months, so I don't know everybody in her life. I don't know if there's somebody around that looks like that. Like, I can't be like, oh, I know, you know. So I'm like, okay, don't say shit, you know. But in my head, oh, you down bad. So I called a girl. I was talking. I'm like, hey, who took baby girl to breakfast for her birthday? Because you told me she went. And I know you were at work. Who took her? And she's like, does it matter? It absolutely matters now that you said that, bitch. Who took her? She goes, my ex. Now, I swear to God, and I would swear before anybody, that I am a very calm, cool, and collected type of chick. Like, I'm the type of chick that's cool, that you can just hang with. I'm cool as fuck. But when she said that, I lost it. Like, I lost it. Like, I lost it. Because what, bitch? You gonna tell me your ex took your child that's supposed to be our child, for her birthday that we've been planning on for months together, but you want to break up with me the day before her actual birthday? Because, and my soul told me that you broke up with me the day before because you wanted the ex to be there. That's so crazy, because it wasn't no maybe, no hit or miss. It was exactly, my soul told me she started an argument with you because she didn't want you to be there, because she wanted her ex to be there for her daughter's birthday. That's what the spirits told me. My ancestors told me that. I knew it. I knew it. But when I bring it up, I feel crazy. Like, I knew it. I said it. I heard it. It came to me in a dream. Like, my dreams don't lie. I knew it. Anyway, yeah. So, I lost it a little bit. I went over there. I went looking for her. I didn't find her. So I left and I came back home. I've talked to her. She calling me, texting me, talking about this and that that's broken, this and that something flew through. Somebody threw this, through that. That's not my business. Somebody bust your window, that's fucked up, baby. I sure hate that for you. You know what I hate more? What you did to me. You know, so I didn't do anything. I hate that karma that came to you, though. I didn't do anything. I did nothing. Other news, on the 29th, if I haven't mentioned it, on the 29th, I went to court for my final divorce hearing. And today, which is February 2nd, 2025, I got my papers back stating my last name is officially Hanson again, and I am officially divorced. And obviously I have mixed feelings about that. I kind of feel like shit. I think that's prevalent. Like, I kind of feel like shit. Like, this shit was supposed to be forever, you know? Like, I feel like I would have never even got in that last bullshit if I would have been with my wife, who I was supposed to be with forever. But we had an argument and she left, and she never talked to me again. It wasn't for lack of me trying. I messaged her, I called her. Like, if I didn't mention that, I called and messaged her multiple times. She never wanted to talk to me again. So obviously I'm just a shitty ass person, which brings me right back to therapy, you know, because it takes a toll after a while. I've always been told how attractive I am, but no, on the inside, on the inside, I am cute. I'm kawaii as fuck. I'm beautiful on the inside. I'm a sweetheart. I give everything. I give the most to me. But when it comes to, like, relationships, and it's just hard. It's harder. You know, we all know how it goes, you know. And that's why I'm seeking therapy. I'm not just trying to be funny with that. I've been in therapy before. I felt like it helped. But my therapist is no longer in practice. And she was a beautiful black woman around my age. And she understood. And I really like that. If I just want a black woman therapist. I don't care if she's 20 or 60. Give me a black woman therapist. That's what I need, okay? Keep your drugs. Give me a black woman therapist. Anyway, my life is a fucking mess, as you can see, but this is what we have, okay? This is what God blessed us with. This is what the ancestors are bestowing. So yeah, I've been drinking a little bit. Duh, we can all tell that, and I can't erase any of my past, but this last situation I was in, that was all her. My only responsibility in it is choosing the wrong once again, and I maintain that. Fuck her. As far as my wife goes, I have more culpability in that, in my opinion. I do feel like I was more open and more willing to pursue the relationship, the marriage, than she was, but maybe I could have chased her more, you know? And I didn't, because I did that so much through all the years we were together. If y'all don't know, we were together since 2013. 2013, on and off. We didn't get married until 2023. That's 10 years we had been dating on and off. And we finally got married, and we broke up multiple times. We moved cities. We moved from Shreveport to Lake Charles together, and she left me after like 3 months. I stayed there for like 4 years, but she left me after like 3 months, you know? And then when I finally moved back to Shreveport, 3.5 years later, we got cool again. We were friends again. And then like 1.5 years after that, we got back together. Like, also, I just want to point out the lessons I've learned from this. From my ex-wife, I learned, don't date an ex. I'm never going to date an ex again. I mean that. And from this last situation I was in, from that, I learned, don't put your all into somebody else's life, because 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna do that for you. I sacrificed so much. I put so many miles on my car, waste so much money in gas, waste so much time, like just going to be there for her and her daughters, because I thought they needed me. Like, I thought I was important. I thought I was a staple. Like, she taught me a valuable lesson, and that's gonna be hard for me, because I'm never dating another lesson from her. I'm never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, never dating another woman with kids. I don't care. If you have kids, we can't be together. My kids are grown. I'm never dating a woman with kids that are not grown. If they're not grown, and they can be in the house. I don't care, as long as they understand that they're grown and you're grown. You know, like, a woman with kids, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. I do not see kids in my future. I do not foresee them. It's not, no. It's, if they're grandkids, I understand that kids have their own lives. They might do their own things. So there may be grandkids, and I understand that. That's amazing. That's great. That's a blessing. But those are their kids. I have nothing to do with that. Ain't no kids in my future. I see traveling in string bikinis. Do you hear me? A lot of traveling and a lot of ass cheeks out. That's in my future. So I'm going to get past whatever I thought I was going through, and we're going to keep it moving, because I'm young and I'm fine. I'm young and I'm beautiful. Thank you, ancestors. Thanks to the Most High. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I want to tell y'all. We gonna end this now. Like, this is a lot, but I told y'all the whole story of this little. We're done. It's done, okay? Finito. I love y'all. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.